also seen now how the components were removed in the 26 building, the most likely suspect for the neptunium or anything else on that plant site. Jeremy, how many hours would you estimate that you spent in the 26 building while active components were being removed?
10 to 20 a week, maybe.
Up on the cell floor while the components were being removed, you actually were on the job when components were actually being removed.
Yeah, I've done work down there before.
Well, while I was there, I never seen any of you on the cell floor with the components. And I would tell you that I was shocked when I was moved to that building that the whole upstairs had become a highly contaminated area. We were talking about 30 acres of an upstairs floor that we never had as a highly contaminated area previous to this component removal. And we had active, full-time, airborne radioactive zones in the building continuously. Might be a reason that took place from 2013 through 2017. Might be a reason why you didn't find those things at the landfill when you monitored before that. Most likely it came during this component removal when you weren't controlling contamination and airborne, all the rest of it. It is deplorable. That was the first thing I said. I can't believe that we lost the control of the whole upstairs of the 326 building to the point that we only had one way up and one way down. There's hundreds of stairwells in that building. We used to be able to go up any stairwell and go to a job site with no airborne and no active contamination. The whole goal was achieve PBI, performance bonus incentive, with total disregard to contamination, both physical and airborne. And so that's the most likely how that got to the landfill area and everywhere else. And that's where it's at now. We got active components still inside that building, still with compounds in it, with the full intention of taking off the sides of the building and removing it with large equipment, casting it to the air. Certainly not any means to control that contamination. And I can tell you, the time I was there, I never seen an RSI or DOE person on the cell floor with components being removed. If you were there, I didn't see you.
What's your response, Mr. Davis, in reference to the information you just disclosed?
Yeah, so we do monitor all the during the demolition activities to open up the 326 components. That we do what they call source point generation monitoring. So there's air monitoring running outside of the airborne contamination areas because you are opening up those systems and leading them to the open air. During SIPCUP, I think that's what you were referring to, it was my understanding that, and I wasn't there at the time, but it was my understanding that each unit was taken down under vacuum and then changed out. Now, in preparation for the demolition activities, you know, it was going to be left open, so they established those airborne radioactivity areas, and monitoring was done at the source point during those times.
Is it not airborne up there on that cell floor?
It depends on what area you're in right now. Mr.
You
JD.
can't stop that. You know that. When you're up there, I worked there in 96 and 97.
Understood.
And I worked all over that floor. He's right. At that time, you could go up there anywhere. In any stairs. Now you can't. And if it's airborne, there ain't no yellow magenta chain going to keep that back. It's across that whole 30-acre building. There's no way you can say that it's contained up there on that floor. Unless it's in the cell house.
I have a question.
Okay, I think this is Matt.
You're not